intervene militarily in any attack on Taiwan.
While the U.S. does not officially recognize Taiwan's claim to statehood, Washington remains the island's most important partner and arms supplier.
According to China's Foreign Ministry, Trump told Xi during the call that the U.S. understands how important the Taiwan question is to China. However, the issue of Taiwan found no mention in his Truth Social post on his discussions with Xi. It just praised extremely strong U.S.-China relations.
The U.S. president's statement also confirmed that he will visit China in April and that Xi Jinping will come to Washington later in 2026.
And to discuss more, we're now being joined live by Colin Strong-Yu-Keat. He is a foreign affairs and security strategist at the University of Malaya. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Now, Xi mention of China. Absolutely. And its return to China. Now, Taiwan, he's mentioned Taiwan and its return to China. What do you feel has provoked this statement? When we look at Trump's statement on social media, on Truth Social, he does not really mention Taiwan. So what was China's, point there to mention Taiwan there?
Well, it is basically a warning to Washington, to Trump, that, Taiwan remains Beijing's ultimate red line. And of course, Beijing is, increasingly wary of the increased, strategic maneuvering by Trump in terms of also the encirclement of China. So, of course, this resurgence of Japan's military advancement, and of course also the new strategy by Trump to consolidate the containment strategy against China in terms of Southeast Asia, in terms of Australia, in terms of this enhancement of ties with Japan, and of course Takaichi's own bold new model of foreign policy, of hardline policy in defending Japan's security interests and survival, and seeing how Taiwan's security and survival are very much interlinked with Japan's own security and survival interests. So this is basically a warning that Taiwan remains still China's ultimate red line, and of course as a message that Taiwan still remains the ultimate prize for China, and that any attempts to use Taiwan as a pretext will be seen as a violation of the One China principle, and of course as a violation of the internal affairs of China. So we've seen how Japan's central role in this Taiwan equation has been laid bare by the increasing tit for tat measures, and we have also seen how increasingly worried Beijing is in terms of Japan's own military revival and advancement, especially under Takaichi's administration.
Understood. Collins, let me just put it in a little more context for our viewers. Now, the Trump-Xi call, which has now concluded, of course, and the statements came out from both sides, differing in nature, though. It was not flagged by either country. There was no mention from US or China that they are going to be having a call. And this call is coming weeks after they met in South Korea, where they agreed on a trade framework, which has also not really been finalized. What do you feel caused this call, or the fact that it has been made public, those statements, especially that comment from Taiwan, on Taiwan, pardon me?
Well, we have seen this is also a multi-pronged factor in terms of course, the Taiwan issue, as well as, the equation of Ukraine in this aspect. We have seen how recent developments with regards to the peace plan for Ukraine and Russia. So this is also meant as a symbolic message to exert more pressure on China to also ultimately pressure Putin and Moscow to have this kind of agreement on the peace deal in Ukraine. But ultimately it is also as a result of the increased moves by Japan under Takaichi in using this Taiwan pretext as a factor. So increasingly also being used as a message to Trump that you do not have to go deeper in terms of this containment strategy, and also aligning more with Japan in terms of how Takaichi has deviated away from the conventional approach of her predecessors. So
it came from beyond our solar system, a mysterious wanderer streaking through the cosmic dark. It went behind the sun, but now it has reappeared. The interstellar visitor has returned, but it's strangely glowing brighter, pulsing with strange energy after its trip behind the sun. Astronomers are baffled. What is this all about? Our next report telling you.
It's a celestial enigma hurtling across the void. The interstellar comet 3I Atlas has reappeared, lighting up sensors across NASA's telescopes after vanishing behind the sun. When it emerged, scientists gasped. The object had grown 10 times brighter, glowing with a shimmer that defies expectations. NASA and European observatories are tracking the comet's intense ultraviolet and X-ray flares, signs of water vapor and dust blasting into space. But here's the mystery. The rate of brightening was far too fast for a normal comet. It was as if 3I Atlas had been recharged by the sun itself. 3I Atlas's trajectory points beyond our solar neighborhood, hurtling through space at mind-boggling speeds. But what causes its unexplained glow? Experts speculate the comet could harbor alien organic compounds or exotic materials unseen in solar system visitors before, a scientific jackpot for understanding our cosmic environment. This celestial intruder was first detected months ago, catching global attention as one of the few interstellar objects ever captured in human instruments. Its revisit now offers rare chances to study the birth materials of other star systems and the mechanics of cometary physics. Scientists are racing to decode its spectrum before it fades again. What's clear? 3I Atlas didn't come from here. Its orbit cuts through the solar system at an impossible angle, proof it was born around another star, carrying chemical secrets from a distant world. For now, it glows, silent, cold and unearthly, a messenger from another sun, whispering across the endless dark. Bureau Report WION, World is One.